This video is about balance. Balance is a principle of art. Please open to a clean page in the first half of your sketchbook and write the word balance at the top of the page. Underneath the word balance, please write a principle of art, and then 3 types of balance, and then create for yourself 3 squares. These squares do not have to be perfect, and you do not have to use a ruler. Please do not get up and use a ruler. Just go ahead and draw 3 approximately the same size-ish squares. Please don't worry about making them perfect. When you're done doing that, you can come back to this video. Otherwise, you can pause it now. So let's look at the first type of balance. The first type of balance is symmetrical balance. Symmetrical balance is also known as formal balance. As you can see, it is a mirror image. It is when it is the same on both sides. If you were to slice a symmetrical image down the center, it would be the same, almost the same, maybe not exactly the same, on both sides. Now please open to your sketchbook and write underneath the first square the words symmetrical balance, and then include the 3 jot notes that you see here. Then, inside of the square, you're going to be drawing for yourself an example of symmetrical balance. This does not have to be a fancy example at all. All you're doing is giving yourself some sort of reminder for later when you need to come back and remind yourself what is symmetrical balance. You've got an image that to you means symmetrical balance. So if that means 2 hockey pucks on either side of the square, placed relatively evenly, that's good enough. If that means a butterfly, go ahead and do a butterfly, whatever works for you. Please pause this video now, and when you're done, come on back and press play to continue the video. Let's move on to asymmetrical balance. As you can see, asymmetrical balance is the opposite of symmetrical balance. It is not a mirror image. It is also called informal balance. It is not the same on both sides. If you sliced it down the middle, it would be weighted differently on each side. Please turn to that page in your sketchbook now, write the words asymmetrical balance under the square, include the definitions in the jot notes, and then go ahead and draw yourself a very simple example of asymmetrical balance. Remember, this does not have to be fancy, it just has to be a reminder for when you come back later and say, what was asymmetrical balance again? You look at your little drawing and you'll remember. Please pause the video now and come back when you're finished doing that task. We're now going to move on to radial balance. Radial balance, as you can see, is in a circular motion. It's a very natural form of balance that's often found in nature. Think of a snail, for example. You can also think of an eyeball. If you think about an iris in an eyeball, it rotates around in a circular motion, starting from the inwards, rotating outwards. Please turn to that page in your sketchbook, and under the 3rd empty box, write radial balance, as well as the jot notes that are the definition, and then go ahead and draw yourself an example of radial balance. Please pause this video and return to it when you're finished the task. Alright, so in your sketchbook, you should have something that looks like this page that is currently on screen. Of course, your images are not going to look like mine, and that's totally fine. They can be quite simple. Please don't worry about making them too fancy. That's it for this task. Please take a picture of your notes and submit them in Google Classroom.